Oh, great. I'm reviewing a Jeffrey Brown graphic novel again. He has so many books released that it would have to happen eventually, so I decided to take the hit and see what his latest release was like. A Matter of Life was released by Top Shelf Productions in July 2013. Plot summary. The book features a series of vignettes featuring Jeff Brown's family life, with a focus on his father and son, both of whom the book is dedicated to. Jeff Brown's father was a minister, and Jeff Brown spent a lot of his time in church. The early portion of the book focuses on some experiences he had there, and then evolves into him researching religions and books on science. The only good laugh in the book comes from his expectations when he picks up a book on Scientology. He expects it to be a religion based on scientific concepts, but he comes away from the reading disappointed and angry at the ridiculous claims of the faith. His son is born, and he shows some of the challenges he and his wife have had raising the child. Not much else happens, though. Why? It sucks. Oh, so Brown's ability to write simple dialogue has improved a little bit since his failed attempts from Unlikely. Much like Julia Wirtz, who did the graphic novel Drinking at the Movies, the vignettes he showcases often have little to do with each other and mostly just end up on a punchline of some kind, or, as is the case in this book, a few anti-jokes, and I'm not so sure how many of those were intentional. Wirtz's experiences were a lot funnier and more relatable to me because her situations are more similar to my own. I can't say that I've experienced raising a child or being married, so perhaps his anecdotes would be more interesting to me if I had some similarities with him, but I can't say that I do. One thing that I do like about Brown is that he writes and illustrates in a style that is commonly associated with children's literature, but many times the topics of sex get brought up, even though Brown's past self had a very limited scope of experiences in that realm until his late 20s, presumably. But I can't really say that these lived experiences of Jeff are interesting to me, and I may very well buy another one of his books that isn't biographical in the slightest, because old dude's life is just boring to me. He does have a lot of fiction on the market though, so I might check one of those out 10 books from now. We'll see. Otherwise, I cannot recommend this in the slightest.